Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be back here in Brussels with all of you. So many familiar faces from when I was here just over a year ago. Now, since then, we've seen great changes as well as disruption in the automotive industry. Some were expected and some not. And at the same time, we've also been reminded of the importance of stability. And it's this stability that allows us to challenge the future from a position of strength. Now, much of our stability is the result of a mantra that Akio Toyoda instilled in all of us over a decade ago: ever better cars. Now, it sounds so obvious that it should go out without saying, but some of the most important principles in life are the most simple and the easiest to take for granted. Now, in his own telling, it was purposely fundamental, but it was also purposely vague. He wanted us, as designers, as engineers and planners, to have the freedom to interpret what better really means. And over the last 10 years, together with Akio and everyone else in the company, we've worked to interpret all of this into reality. Now, if I were to offer an insight into what that actually means, I'd have to say it all starts with seeing things from the customer's point of view. It's about creating aspirational experiences. From the down-to-earth opportunities that the Hilux Champ creates for everyday working people in Thailand, to the redefinition of mobile space that is the Alphard in Japan. But it's also about ensuring that our products are honest. Now, I've been in charge of Toyota and Lexus design for quite a few years, and I'm often asked, why don't you make all your cars more consistent in the way they look? But I honestly believe that, each car should be an honest representation of its specific concept or the value to the customer. The new Land Cruiser, it finds its truth in its origins. A car that gets you anywhere, but most importantly, gets you back again. A design that emphasizes the beauty of functionality. Prius, on the other hand, shows that efficiency can also be sexy. And Century, a car that many of you may not know, is not only an icon of Toyota's heritage, but also a leader in innovation. Its design and craftsmanship draw from all sides of Japanese expertise, from the deepest cultural roots to cutting-edge modern technology. So from Century to Yaris, every customer can choose their car on its own merits, with the feeling it was designed specifically for them. And in turn, this facilitates an agile approach to product planning, an agility that also applies on a regional level. Respect for all our regions is absolutely central to creating ever better cars. In China, the BZ3X, the BZ3C, and the BZ7 are all dedicated models designed specifically for Chinese customers seeking an oasis in their busy everyday lives. Or maybe it's about the unbridled opportunities for recreation in America with the Tacoma and 4Runner. And to come full circle, here in Europe, the Aygo Cross brings funky dexterity to the European streets. Now, with 380,000 Toyota employees globally, 22 R&D sites, and 69 manufacturing sites all around the world, we respect the cumulative knowledge and experience and culture of all regions. We will always seek to be best in town, wherever that might be. And all of this, it adds up to 10 million vehicles from 3 brands. And each brand has a distinct belief and a role resonating with customers in a broader sense. Lexus, it's all about discovery. The LFZC that I presented to you here last time is a showcase for technology that enables you to discover an immersive future. And we hope to push boundaries to create inspirational new experiences for all our customers. And that's a future that begins here today through the steer-by-wire and virtual gear shifting that you'll all see in the new Lexus RZ later on. Now, GR is all about passion. Motorsports pushes our cars as well as our engineers to the limits, and this translates into authentic, race-bred performance for customers. And it's also a development advantage for us as a company. And finally, the Toyota brand is all about mobility for all. All customers should feel empowered to make the right choice for themselves. Providing choice and opportunity is at the heart of Ever Better Cars and everything that we do. And that includes the path to sustainability, which brings me to the elephant in the room, powertrain. Now, you've seen this graphic many times before, a full palette of powertrains. Now, we don't claim to be original in our way of thinking. The idea that multiple propulsion systems can exist together is as old as the car itself. And as I stand here today, there is still no single answer. The breadth of our multi-pathway strategy is all about being ready to address regional needs as and when they evolve. Whether it's a new flex fuel hybrid in South America, a new fuel cell sedan in Japan, or here in Europe, 3 new production BEVs that we will present to you today. Now, in 2022, the BZ4X was released. Its drivability, its off-road and snow performance, its packaging, and its styling, it presented an opportunity that only a mature automotive company could offer. But I think it's fair to say that we experienced a few bumps in the road during the launch. So we went back to the time-tested Toyota principles. We listened to our customers, our retailers, and the journalists who were testing our products. It wasn't an easy process, but our Kaizen, or continuous improvement, it paid off. And we're really proud that in Norway, where BEVs are dominant, the BZ4X is currently #1 in sales. And now, it's getting even better. Ladies and gentlemen, the new, further improved BZ4X. So what do you think? Okay? Well, it's more powerful, it's sportier, and it's not just the looks. Increased range goes without saying. It's got up to 50% more power, charging times up to twice as fast, and double the towing capacity. The interior is completely reworked, including a 14-inch multimedia display and new software that will certainly ease journey planning, strengthening everything that has made BZ4X a car for an active, carbon-neutral lifestyle. And our journey today continues with invention. We're inventing a new path together with all our regions, and nothing represents that better than CHR. The original CHR showed that success can come by surprising customers. When it was first launched, it caused quite a stir. Born in Europe, for Europe, it carved out a new market to become a 1 million-unit best-selling car. And the second generation continued that innovation, a radical fashion statement that stood out from the crowd for customers who wanted to do the same. It's the perfect model to now bring BEV to the core of our portfolio. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you may remember that the electric CHR was first presented by Akio Toyoda at our EV showcase back in 2021. I remember Akio saying at the time, it certainly looked like a car with an attitude, a car that you want to get behind the wheel of. It's an electric car, true to the Ever Better Cars philosophy. And now, with up to 600 kilometers of range, over 340 horsepower, and 0 to 100 in just 5.2 seconds, all enabled by the eTNGA platform, it's got surprising dynamics, surprising agility, and surprising practicality. We believe this is a car that will create the next aspirational experience, one that's truly relevant to the region in which it originated. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new CHR Plus.